you can grow this from this. Today I'm going to share with you some tips on how to grow pineapples from store-bought pineapples. To start off with, you want to find a fresh, ripe pineapple. Unfortunately, this really isn't the ideal candidate, but due to limited shopping in our area, and probably your area too, things are limited, so we're doing the best that we can. Ideally, you want a uniformly golden yellow pineapple that smells yummy, delicious pineapple just by smelling it. And you want the crown to be a nice, vibrant green. As you can see, my crown, not so vibrant, and my pineapple, not so yellow. But we're going to work with this anyway. So once you've selected your perfect pineapple, you want to remove the crown when you're ready to eat it. To do that, you're going to grasp firmly and twist, like so. I know, mind blown, right? So with that, I have the limited amount of flesh on my crown, so I can put this directly into water without having to fuss with it too much. But you want to do one thing first. See these bottom leaves right here? We're going to tear those off, so that way we have a space on the base of our pineapple to start growing roots. Okay, so I've removed this section of leaves from this space right here, and you can see there were some roots already hiding in between the different layers of leaves. That is okay. Those probably aren't going to continue to grow, but don't worry about that. So once you've removed your bottom leaves, you're going to go ahead and put this in a small cup of water, and it'll look something like this. And then after 2 days, you will notice little white knobs that look something like this. And then this is that crown after a few weeks more, and look at the root growth on that. So at this point, with roots this long, we are totally ready to plant. Now, because we live in a frost-free zone, I can plant this straight into the ground. But anywhere that you have any chance of frost, I highly recommend you plant your pineapple in a pot. You're going to want to use a large pot because ideally you want your plant to get roughly 5 feet in diameter. So we're thinking long-term here, not short-term. So it may look really bizarre with me planting this little tiny guy in this large pot, but now you know why. Let's talk a little bit about the soil. Pineapples are part of the bromeliad family, and that means that they're going to absorb a lot of their nutrients from their leaves in the atmosphere rather than their roots. Pineapples do absorb nutrients from the roots more than most bromeliads, but they're still going to use their leaves as well. So that means that they're not overly particular about their soil. We are using our homegrown compost because that's what we always use, but I've made sure to add a good amount of vermiculite to this mixture so that way I have good drainage. That is very key for wherever you're going to plant your pineapple, that you want good draining soil. If not, you could have rot, and that is bad. All right, so now we're over here in our pot, and I'm just going to create a little divot with my hand so that I can make sure the roots go in there, and then lightly pack around it. This isn't a typical dig a hole style planting. It's just kind of making sure that it's secure. Now, additionally, I could put leaf mulch on top of this to help retain moisture, but that's not that important, though it will help reduce weed growth in your pot. So what's next? Not much but to wait, but you do want to make sure that's watered well, and you're going to water them from the top down. You don't really have to worry about the base so much. It's the plant that's going to absorb the majority of the water. So, what did I mean by wait? Yeah, that's the biggest problem with pineapples. It's going to take roughly 2 years before you see a new pineapple from this plant. Here's a picture of our own 2-year plant. It has yet to bloom, but we're very hopeful that it'll give us a pineapple next year. And then here's the plant that we just harvested this year a pineapple from. If you notice, it looks slightly sad. That's because it pushed all its energy into forming that yummy, delicious pineapple. Now, we got really excited about how wonderful this homegrown pineapple was that we ate it before filming it. But I did take a picture, and here it is. Now, you don't have much of a size comparison, but it's going to be much smaller than the store-bought pineapples, and that's okay because they are going to be infinitely more juicy and sweet than anything you can find at the store. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'll see you next time on City Steading, Garden and Grow.